increasing state weakness, married to a propensity for perilous risk-taking, a penchant for sub-state violence, accompanied by large doses of state support, quote ends. Nevertheless, India is committed, apart from being desirous of improving its relations with Pakistan. This will, of course, not be easy, for as one Indian observer has stated, and I quote, "In pursuing peace with Pakistan, the government of India is indeed rolling the dice. Every conciliatory gambit is a gamble that peace will not be derailed by the insensitivity of the other side." Coming to India's internal security problems, the situation, I can assure you, is far less challenging than possibly appears from the outside. Many of the endemic problems, no doubt, remain, namely violence by separatist groups in Jammu and Kashmir and groups in the northeast, several militancies of various kinds, etc. But most have lost their previous vigor, and several have lost their elan as well. We face two main threats today. One is from left-wing extremism, and the other one is from asymmetric warfare. Left-wing extremism is essentially a homegrown movement which has both an ideological content as well as a militarist dimension. Left-wing ideology is fueled by a sense of idealism and perceptions of deprivation, exploitation, and alienation of the marginalized. However, nobody should lose sight of the fact that the leitmotif of the movement is violence, and the Maoists possess a fairly elaborate military machine and structure, which is often obscured by their claim that violence is needed to ensure the protection of the freedoms of the poorest of the poor from oppression. The other main internal security threat is, of course, asymmetric warfare and terrorism. This is mostly fostered, encouraged, and nurtured by terrorist outfits from outside the country. In recent years, however, there has been a manifest attempt to recruit local indigenous disaffected elements from within the country and thereafter motivate them to indulge in terrorist acts. The number of terrorist attacks overall has, however, come down, but we believe that threat levels remain high even now. Terrorists are also becoming more sophisticated. They are employing state-of-the-art technology, and more importantly, just as the IITs, they believe in extensive networking, thus enormously raising their threat profile, unlike the IITs, which is with regard to development and other matters. We have, therefore, to be careful and on our guard. Distinguished delegates, this has been a very brief presentation, but given the time constraints, this is the best that I could possibly do. I would like to now sum up by adding that to assume its rightful place in the world, India has still to redeem its pledge and its promise to raise the standards of living of millions of people. This, we hope, will happen sooner rather than later. Meantime, I assure you that India is creating many more structures that will allow more and more of its citizens to participate in and take advantage of its rising economic profile. To meet many of the longer-term challenges, India is continuously attempting to strengthen its capabilities in every direction. Problems of coherence often get highlighted, but India's immense potential cannot and will not be denied. Risk is, however, often an unbidden guest, and India is conscious of the risks that lie ahead. The people of India need, therefore, to be cautious, but they have to be and will be optimistic, since India does have the capacity to deal adequately with the problems it confronts. Finally, I would like to once again compliment the IIT alumni for putting us on the map of the world. I would like to say a common congratulation from, I think, every single Indian for what you have done for us. I have a request to make of the IIT alumni. Would the alumni be willing to institute a few world-class scholarships on the pattern of the Rhodes Scholarship to sustain their legacy for the future? The quality of the minds that make up the IIT fraternity help define the image of the IITs. Its students are the crème de la crème of India's youth, who are not only highly dedicated, but can handle work pressures, have the capability to analyze problems in depth, and approach received wisdom with a critical eye. We need to nurture this and have many more of you. IIT alumni, go forth and conquer the world. Thank you.